Miracule's light.
Hello. My name is Rachel. I am just going to tell you about a dream that I had. Okay, so this dream is about the rapture. In my mind, I felt like it was about the rapture. So you can interpret it however, but it was a very, very short dream. So basically, it starts off, it's about 5 in the morning in real time, in real life. But it's about 5 in the morning in the dream too. So it starts off as it's dark outside. I'm just literally sitting in my living room, and I have no clue what I'm doing. It's just, this is where it starts off. I noticed that the door is open to the back door, and I'm like, wondering why the door is open, and I hear, hello, and then I was like, what is that noise? Then I'm looking around, like trying to find my husband, because it's nighttime basically, but you could tell it's almost morning. And he's like not in the house. So he finally runs back in the house, and I'm like, did you hear that? And he said, yeah, I heard it. And I said, did it say hello? And then he was like, yeah, I heard it. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked out there, and I see this little being. It's very small. It's like 5 feet or less. It's like maybe 4 feet. And it's right by, you know how apartments are. There's a door right here, and then your neighbor's door is literally on the other side. He was in between that little doorway, and he was floating. He didn't have any legs, and he didn't have any arms. He was just floating. He was transparent. And I was like, what is that? But it didn't throw me off. It didn't make me feel any kind of way, like creeped out or anything. It actually felt peaceful. Then I look out the window, and I'm like, let me just see what's going on, because why is that little being outside? So I look outside the window, and I look up, and I see 2 huge, beautiful beings. They're in the sky. They're literally the size of a plane. And I look up, like through the blinds, they're literally the color of sunset. Only sunset colors, just the prettiest colors that you can think of. They were just 2 of them. One was on this side of the on the right side, one was on the left side, but they were in the sky. They were in flying position, so they were leaning forward. They weren't standing up or anything. So the first being that I saw, I couldn't really tell what it was, but it looked more human-like. So it was on the right, and it looked almost like, you know, like what you would think an angel looks like. And its body was so beautiful, like its stomach and all that, like it wasn't naked or nothing. But for some reason, I couldn't see its legs, I couldn't see its arms or nothing. It was just like it was in flying position. So I couldn't see any wings, anything like that. But I saw its abs for some reason. Like all I saw was the torso and like basically the head. And it was so beautiful. It was like the most perfect body shape that you could ever think of, but it was a male. And I could tell because of the way it was built. It just looked like a male, you know, being. And then the other one that was on the left, it was more like a reptile. And I was like, what is that? You know, I didn't know what it was, but it was beautiful too. It was, both of them were the same color. They were like it was like all the shades blended, like, you know, layers of the colors, but they're all the sunset colors. Just think about the prettiest sunset you ever seen in your life. And that is what I saw. And I was just like so blown away. I knew that this was not a regular dream. I knew that this was like a message. If anything, a message. Um, the next thing I did was say, "Hey, Sumo," like that's my husband's name. I was like, Sumo, I need to find my shoe. I need to find my shoe because I'm getting a feeling that this is the rapture. This is the rapture. We need to get ready. And so he's already fully dressed because he just went outside to get something out of his car. So he's fully dressed. I need to find my shoes, and all I'm doing is looking around for my shoes. I see some flip flops, and I'm like, I'm not putting those on because what if I have to run? What if I have to? Who knows what you have to do? So I was like, I'm not putting no flip flops on. So anyway, then I decide I'm just searching and searching all over the place. And then he's like, Rachel, just put some shoes on. He's just like, it's not that big of a deal. And then all of a sudden, I start feeling an overwhelming feeling like hyperventilating almost. My breath started getting taken away from me. Like it started being almost like sucked out of me. Almost like the feeling of, when you take a drowsy pill and it makes you really, really drowsy and you're like sluggish and like, that's how I felt. I felt like sluggish, almost drained, and like something was trying to pull me, like pulling me somewhere. And I was like, oh my gosh. Then after all of that, in my real body, in real life, I was hyperventilating in my sleep. I was like, and then my husband didn't even hear none of it. I was like, when I woke up, I was like, Sumo, let me tell you what happened in my dream. And I'm like, did you hear me breathing like that? And he was like, no. And then I was like, okay, so anyway, I told him my dream when I woke up because me trying to find my flip-flops woke me up. And me breathing like that woke me up. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. I guess I was just so excited and nervous that my body started reacting to just the whole thing. It was just crazy. I've never had a dream like that. So it was just very crazy. And all I started feeling in the dream was, okay, oh my gosh, this is it. I have no other time left. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else I can do. So basically my interpretation of the dream was, see how quick in the Bible it says like, be vigilant, be watching, be aware. Because when the trumpet sounds, you got to be ready. Because some people will be taken up and some people won't be taken up right away, And who knows all the steps that goes into the rapture. So in my mind, I'm thinking, these are creatures that came down to warn everyone. Y'all better start getting ready. This is a warning number 1 before he comes down. I just found out that, time is ticking away quickly and you better get ready. And so that's what I was thinking. Basically, I felt like that my interpretation of the dream was, just like in the dream, I was literally having a regular night. Nothing to show me that, oh, this is a sign the world is ending. Nothing like that. It was literally so instant and quick. Like, hey, you got to pack your bags, get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if for instance, in real life, if somebody's like, hey, there's a fire. We got to get out this house. We got to get out right now. You don't have a chance to do anything further than that, but get your bag and run out the door. So in this instance, I felt like, have I done everything I need to do on this earth? What was I supposed to be here for? If it came that quick, and you're thinking, if it came right now, would we be ready? would we have done everything we needed to do on this earth? So for me, that was a sign to start initiating plan. What does God have me on this earth to do? What is the plan, Jesus? What is it that you want me to do? I know that you want us all to spread your love. You want us to spread your word. You want everybody to know about you. And that's one of the goals I have, to let people know through me how much I love Jesus. You let him into your life. So if you haven't learned anything else, you might think this dream was silly, whatever. I felt like it was a push. Like time is ticking away. You have no clue if you're going to die tomorrow in an accident. You have no clue if there's going to be bombs. Like, there's people out there already in war right now. So you have no clue what the future holds. So while you're here, don't put off those things that you said you need to do. Like, you need to start making your videos about Jesus. If you get in a calling to read your word online or something like that, because we need to spread the word through the masses, and the fastest way is online. So what we need to do is start telling more people about Jesus. We need to be telling people that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be exactly who you are, but just repent for whatever you have done and follow Jesus. That's what that's what the message is. Follow Jesus. That's what I got out of all this.